Imagine walking into a Disney premiere and hearing your own footsteps echo off a sea of vacant red seats. That eerie silence wasn't a nightmare. It was the real-world debut of Disney's live-action Snow White, a picture so deserted that TikTok clips of lone viewers went viral as proof the magic spell had broken. The once invincible House of Mouse just watched one of its crown jewels slip through its fingers, and the question is no longer if it flopped, but how spectacularly it burned. Day one should have been triumphant. Instead, the film crawled to an $87 million global opening, barely half the haul Disney forecasted, cementing a humiliating 1.6 out of 10, rating on IMDb, and the worst audience score for any Disney title this decade. Bored Panda review aggregators lit up with one-star rants, and the phrase "Snow Woke" trended faster than the box office receipts could print. But the opening weekend was only the first crack in the mirror. The shatter came next. Box office trackers sounded the alarm when exhibitors yanked the film from 1,210 theaters in a single Friday purge, shrinking its footprint from 3,750 screens to just 2,540 by week 4. That same weekend, it limped to $2.8 million domestically, a staggering 66% plunge compared with week 2. Theater owners bluntly admitted that newer hits like Minecraft the Movie were packing houses, while Snow White played to tumbleweeds. Those empty auditoriums weren't rumors, they were receipts. Photos of spotless carpets and untouched popcorn buckets flooded X and TikTok. One Shanghai IMAX counted 5 brave souls in a hall built for 450. Screenshots of seat maps showing 0 sales for Saturday prime time spread faster than any trailer Disney had cut. Bored Panda memes captioned, "Launch a GoFundMe for Disney," mocked a studio that once measured premieres in standing ovations, not vacant rows. While the seats sat empty, the spotlight found a different target, its leading lady. Rachel Zegler, once heralded as a breakout star, became the face of the backlash after a 2022 D23 clip resurfaced. She joked that the 1937 prince was a guy who literally stalks her, promising a romance-free rewrite for modern sensibilities. To some, it was a progressive twist. To nostalgic fans, it felt like the studio mocking its own legend. The fire grew hotter when Zegler's outspoken political posts, ranging from Palestine to US elections, polarized timelines. Rumors suggest Disney's PR team begged for a course correction. Insiders claim Zegler instead doubled down, filming TikToks from nearly empty auditoriums in an attempt to own the narrative. The clips only underline the silence around her. Controversy alone doesn't bankrupt a blockbuster though, red ink does. Disney poured an eye-watering $270 million into production and tacked on roughly $140 million in marketing, balloons, billboards, and a world tour that suddenly felt wildly optimistic, with global grosses hovering near $143 million. Analysts now peg losses between $115 million and $145 million, making Snow White the costliest misstep in the studio's modern era. One Wall Street Observer quipped, "You could build 2 entire Disney Plus series for what they lost on dwarf CGI alone." Losing money hurts. Losing momentum hurts more. Just days after box office projections cratered, The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Disney quietly pressed pause on its planned live-action Tangled, a project once hyped as its next billion-dollar princess play. Studio insiders admitted morale was shaky and budgets were under microscopic review. If Rapunzel's tower is on hold, skeptics wonder which remake is brave enough to leave the storyboard next. And as the corporate machine stalled, the personal fallout began to snowball. Industry whispers say major studios started labeling Zegler high risk. Reports claim at least 2 franchise auditions cooled after executives reviewed the Snow White press tour clips. Rumor mills, again unverified, allege she's considering therapy to navigate the onslaught, while co-stars maintain polite distance on socials. Gal Gadot, who played the evil queen, reportedly told colleagues the project died from the inside, though no one's gone on record. For now, Zegler's next confirmed role is an indie musical that films in Canada, far from the glare of franchise expectations. Yet the biggest soul-searching isn't happening in an actor's dressing room. It's happening on the top floor of a Burbank office tower. CEO Bob Iger recently downplayed culture war labels, saying the term woke is flung around so loosely it's lost meaning, and reaffirming Disney's mission to entertain first. But shareholders aren't listening for buzzwords, they're watching balance sheets. After The Little Mermaid underperformed and Snow White collapsed, analysts wonder if the billion-dollar remake conveyor belt has reached the end of its rope. Internally, word is that future live-action scripts now face a nostalgia versus novelty litmus test, and anything that polarizes the core family demographic gets sent back for rewrites. So here we stand, a $270 million spectacle playing to half-empty houses, a rising star burned by her own spotlight, and a studio re-examining the very formula that defined its last decade. Does Rachel Zegler have a path to redemption? Can Disney reinvent the remake, or will audiences simply reject recycled fairy tales, no matter how glossy the CGI? Let me know down below, was this collapse a product of bold politics, bad creative choices, or pure franchise fatigue? Drop your take in the comments, smash that like if you want more deep dives, and hit subscribe, because the next chapter in Disney Saga is already being written, and you won't want to miss the plot twist.